and yet we have a lot of things to discuss. So after today, God permits, Monday, we are still going to continue from wherever we end today. I guess we still have channels and patterns and channels to discuss before Coach Musa would also join us with the next sessions. So let's all get prepared and then do the necessary. All right. So from what we discussed about support and resistance so far in our sessions on support and resistance, we said support is taken as a ceiling, and then also resistance is taken as what as support is taken as floor, and then resistance is taken as ceiling on the chart. That's what we said, and we said traders can base on support and resistance to make very intensive decisions in the market. So this morning, as I said, I told that we will look at how to trade support and resistance very effectively with regards to time frames. So within a period of 25 minutes, that's what we are going to do. Then we come to an end. Mind you, we still have another session this morning. So let's quickly grab the necessary information that we need to know. I'm going straight to the lesson since I'm already late here. Okay, now when it comes to trading, like I've always been saying, or as I said the last time, the market follows three trends. We have what we call the uptrend, downtrend, and then also downtrend and ranging. Now, being it up, down, or ranging, there are the basics of trading that every trader should understand, and this will bridge the gap for us to understand how to use support and resistance very effectively. And the first thing is the candles. That's the reason why Coach Mo, the last time, he led us through the discussion about 2 weeks discussion on candlesticks pattern, right? Now, after understanding the candlesticks, the next thing that you need to understand is time frames. And these time frames will help you to take decisions in analyzing the markets in any kind of analysis you want to take. So over here this morning, we are going to look at how to use support and resistance to trade. Looking at how to use support and resistance to trade, first, I cannot ignore to talk about these basics of candlesticks and then also time frame, because time frames become the very key areas that helps traders to explain and understand the charts very well, because of the kind of analysis they are doing. Right. Okay. Now, whatever we see in trading, anytime we open a chart, whatever we see, first, as Coach Mo led us through the discussion, we said we call it candles. Okay. Now, with these candles, we have the bullish candle and then also the bearish candle. The bullish candle and then the bearish candle. When we talk of the bullish candle, that is a candle that is indicating how buyers may show up in the market. Then also a bearish candle is how sellers may show up in what or are showing up in the market, right? So now let's assume that this is a bullish candle. Okay, let's assume this is a bullish candle. On every chart, every single candle that we see have what we called open, close, high, and then low. This appearance or this reflects on every candle, but then their symbolic act or meaning may be different from each candle, depending on either it is bullish or bearish, right? Now, when it comes to the use of let's say bullish, this is the opening, and then also this is the closing of a bullish candle. Now, this is the high, and then the high, and then the low, right? Now, when it comes to bearish too, this is the exact thing, that is the opening and then also the closing. So with the bearish candle, the price opens at the top and then also closes at the down. And then with the bullish candle, the price opens at the down and then closes at the top. So when it comes to using support and resistance, now the last time we said, for an example, a typical example is this. If it happens, let's assume this is a candle. Okay, let's assume this is a candle. Now over here, we may be experiencing a little bearish. So let me use red. Mhm, mhm. So basically, these are the nature of what of a bearish candle, right? And then the nature of what of a bullish candle. So we said the trader may find very key zones that he may place his support and then what his resistance. So let's assume using these two lines here, one may expect to get his support and then what and then resistance. Now, looking at this range where we may place support and resistance, the last time someone asked the question like, oh, the last time someone asked the same question, and I said this. Some decide to place it exactly on the wick. Okay, when you talk of the wick, this is the wick of a candle. Okay, some also decided to place it exactly on the body, right after the body, which is this area, right? So let's assume this is a candle that is having a wick. This is having a wick. Some will decide to place their support line right below the what below the wick. Some too prefer to also use it on the body or below the body, and which they are all the same, right? So all the time, what you need to understand is every chart may have its purpose, or every chart that you see depends on what the trader can see. So what the trader can see may be different from what another trader can see. Now, before all these time frames, or before all this will be very effective for a trader to understand, these single candles that we see represent a time frame. Okay, this single time frame candles that we see represent a time frame. So for instance, when we talk of a candle opening and then closing within a particular time frame, this is what we are trying to mean. So for instance, this is a candle. Okay, this is the opening of the candle. This is the opening of the candle. Now, this particular candle, maybe let's say we said it is in the 5 minutes time frame. 5 minutes time frame, right? And then it closes here. Now, when we say this particular candle is in the 5 minute time frame, what we are trying to mean is that this candle opened within this range and closed within a period of what of 5 minutes. Within a period of 5 minutes. So let's assume we have more of this same candle where all of them started opening. So we have maybe 5 of them here. Okay, now this open within 5 minutes, This also open within 5 minutes. This also open within 5 minutes, which is giving an indication of 15 minutes, right? So if I want to understand this particular candle, first I need to understand what do you mean by time frame. So when we talk of time frame, a time frame is basically how prices, a period of time within which prices react on a chart or in the market. So when we talk of price, these are what we mean by price. This is a price because buyers purchase with something within this particular candle. So the every single candle you see represents a price. So this is 5 minutes. This is also 5 minutes. This is also 5 minutes. In a way which is 15 minutes. Now, when we say 15-minute time frame, simply means all these three candles has been displayed as one on a 15-minute time frame. So when you go on a 15-minute time frame, you see that this particular candle is just one. But when you come to the 5-minute time frame, you are going to see the same candle as what as if you want to see the 15 different that those candles are going to be three on the same what time frame. I don't know if you get it. I'm trying to break something down before we look at the bigger picture of support and resistance, how to trade it. If you get the time frames, give me one. If you get the time frames, give me one. If you get the time frame, give me one. If you get it, give me one. Okay. All right. So someone say repeat. Okay. Let's repeat. Let's repeat. Okay. Now, time frames are important. So personally, I'll take time to explain it to you. Because if you don't understand time frames, you can't trade. Now, no matter the direction of the market, trader uses time frame to trade, right? A trader uses time frame to trade. And what we are saying is that even if before we intend to draw support and resistance, support and then what resistance, before we intend to draw support and resistance on a price on a chart, support and resistance also respect time frame. Every single strategy that a trader is using must respect a particular time frame, right? Now, and what we are saying is that every time frame, okay, represents how price moved on a chart. And when we talk of the price, these candles are the price. So for instance, when it comes to bearish candles, we said on bearish price movements or on bearish candles, anytime you see anytime you see a candle on the bearish zone, the price open at the top and then also closes at the down. But when it comes to bullish, the price open at the down and then closes at the top. To which this is the body of the what of the candle. And then this is the wick or the low, then the high. That's the reason why I brought that um OCHL. OCHL. That is open, close, high, and then low. Open, close, high, and then what? Low. So anytime you take a single candle, you're going to observe this. Now, what we are saying is that when it comes to the use of time frames, each candle represents a particular information on the chart, but then within a period of time. So, for instance, when you come here, you can see there is this particular candle here. Now, what this candle mean is that if we say this is 15, all these three on a 5 minute time frame, it simply means this one opened and closed within 5 minutes, this one opened and closed within 5 minutes, this one opened and closed within 5 minutes. Yet when we go to the 15-minute time frame, this candle wouldn't be three, it will just be one, because at the end of the day, it is three of this that is appearing on the 15-minute time frame. So when you go to the 30-minute time frame, it simply means you need two of this. So now this and then this would give you one candle on the 30 minutes time frame, which simply means 15 minutes of this, 15 minutes gave you a 30 minutes update. So when it comes to trading, if we want to use whatever strategy we are using, whilst we're talking about support and resistance, once you are talking about support and resistance here, it simply means whatever strategy we are going to use, you must learn the language of a time frame and how time frames works on a price, or works on a chart, before you proceed with every good decision you want to do or to want to make. So I'm going to amplify the language of time frames and how time frames work and how the different time frames to use in analyzing the markets. So before then, let me know if you understood my explanation here. Let me know if you've understood my explanation here. Let me know if you've understood that. Okay, okay, all right. Okay, then I guess we can proceed. So now, if you want to understand our support and resistance with regards to multi time frames and the various time frame for us to use, this is what we are going to do. So first, let me see. Let's go to the trading view. Let's go to the trading view app. Let me update it. Uh, uh, okay. All right. So over here we have gold here. Right. Let's change the assets. Okay. Uh, um. All right. Good. Good. So let's look at this particular chart. Let's look at something good here. Now, when we talk of time frames, and then the opening and the closing of what of candles. So, for instance, this certificate example, I'm extending this for you to get things clear. Okay. Now, when you look at this bullish candle, this thing like hiding, like hiding. All right, I believe we can proceed. So that one is this one too. So I guess the person should please help me on share my prevent me from sharing so that I can reshare back. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. Good. So let's proceed quickly. Now, this is the basis of the discussion. Okay. So what we are saying is this. For instance, looking at particular, let's take a particular asset as an example. Either gold, in fact, any asset. I'm just trying to explain. So let me use this and then let's proceed. So when we take this particular candle as an example, we have the opening and then the close. Okay, particular asset is on the right. Let me see which time frame. This is the 4 hour time frame. This is the time frame. The time frame. So it's on the hot. It's on the 4 hour hot, 4 hour time frame. Now this candle opened within few minutes. That is maybe about 15 minutes ago, and this is the reading of the hot of the candle. Right. This candle also represents the red candle also represents 4 hours. This candle also represents what 4 hours. This candle or all the candles, each candle represents 4 hours on the chart. That is what we are trying to mean. Each candle represents 4 hours what on the chart, which simply means that if traders want to trade, the trader must be able to take his time to learn and understand how the various time frames do what communicate. So we have different time frames, like, so let's look at them. So let's tap on the time frame. In fact, good. Now when you tap on the time frame, you can categorically see we have date range. So for instance, good. So we have seconds, 1 seconds, we have 1 minute, then proceeding to hours. Now we have what we call the shorter time frames. Okay, the shorter time frame and then the longer or the mid time frame and then also the longer time frames. So if we want to analyze the charts, if we want to analyze the chart to get good entries or to find areas of making good entries or precisions, what can help us best is for us to first understand the fact that on each time frame, what is happening is different. So, for instance, when you take the which area of the time frame do we call it the longer time frame? So sometimes from 4 hours, to even let's use or let me use the day, from 1 day time frame plus, it's seen as what as a longer time frame from 1 minute to 15 minutes or 30 minutes is seen as shorter time frame. and then from 1 hour or 45 minutes to 4 hours is seen as mid time frames anyway, either longer or higher time frame, anyhow we choose to call it. So we have the higher time frame, the lower time frame, and then also the mid time frames, right? So now when it comes to the use of these various these time frames, what helps us to understand things clear is how the time frames gives us better picture of the market we want to understand. Okay, so for instance, if we want to read the charts, first we take the picture from the higher time frame, which is maybe 4 hours, 4 hour time frame or the 4 hours time frame. Now, when we use the 4 hours time frame, it gives us a clear picture of the market. So, assuming I draw support and resistance now, if I want to see the exact information that is happening in the market, it is not on the 1 minute time frame, not on the 5 minute time frame, not on the 15 minutes, but then on the 4 hour time frame, I will be able to see a clear picture of the market, which can give me a good stance for me to find my exact entries using the support and resistance. Okay, so the next person may also go from 4 hour time frame maybe to 1 hour time frame, to 1 hour. So on the 1 hour time frame, the person is considering, after looking at the broader picture of the market, the person is now coming back to find areas to see if there is an alignment. Then on the 15-minute time frame or 5 minute time frame or 1 minute time frame, you will find what we call precisions to make what? Entries. So if you want to make entries, then it is the shorter time frame that we can use to do as we can use to make entries. So for instance, let's draw support and resistance. The last time we learned on how to draw support and resistance, and I wish this morning I could get someone who would draw a very nice support and resistance for us. But time is fast spent and I want to catch up for us to do something before we depart here. Let's say 5:30 we are leaving. Okay, so let's assume we have this chart here. Okay, for the sake of someone who has forgotten, the last time we thought of this, how to use the lines, right? So if you are finding so difficult drawing support and resistance, we said quickly get back here and use the lines. I don't know if I'm speeding, but I have to. So get to know how to do it, how to use the lines. So first, come to horizontal, draw this here. Okay, all right. Then draw another one. Okay, very good. All right. So you can choose to change the colors to suit what you are doing. So the blue color is your resistance, and then the green is your support. Okay. Okay. So let me take another one, just 2 or 3 of them. I'm assuming and taking everything from the beginner side so that you can also enjoy and get the understanding. Okay. All right. This is okay. This is okay. Maybe we can take. Yeah, this is okay. So quickly just switch it off to your candles. Switch off to your candles. Okay. Yes, it was left with one to draw. Prefer we get one sketchy here. This area. Supposed to get something from this area too. Alright, all this, let's proceed. So what we are saying is that now having this particular chart on a time frame, this is the let's move to 4 hours time frame. You can see that the picture you have on the 4 hour time frame is different from the picture you may have on the lower time frame. And of course, when I set the thing to 2 hours time frame, there were few touch points that I was getting that is not getting. It wasn't clear. But the immediately I change it to 4 hours time frame, I get it clear now. Look at it. Look at this zone. Hmm? Look at it. This zone. Change it to the 2 hours time frame and see if you get it as it is. You won't. So this is the 2 hours time frame. And you can see the how you see the thing on the chart is quite different from how it's presented on the 4 hours time frame. Good, good. So what we are saying is that if we would want to use support and resistance, the next lesson that we need to understand very clear is time frames. Now we use the higher time frames to read the market and understand the bigger picture of the market. And more so, we use the lower time frames to find alignment and then also use um the 50 or the shorter time frames to find precisions or entries in the market, right? So when we talk of time frames, the reason why we focus on time frames a lot all the time because every time frame has got what it defines to traders, what it means to the market, and how traders are able to use such time frame to make decisions. Okay, so if you are to trace this particular chart, you could clearly see how the previous candles has been able to form a good pattern, a good structure, giving us a very high. Okay, so this is a clear picture of what of an uptrend market before there was a little change in direction of the market. Yet it still formed the same on the support side. So if it happens that we want to make entries, first we must understand that this picture, having the time frames. This is the bigger picture of it. Now let's change it to 15 minutes to see. 15 minutes. Good. Now you get to realize that on the 15-minute time frame, you see the picture you saw on the 15-minute time frame is different from what you are seeing on the 15-minute time frame. So that is the reason we are saying if you are trading and you don't take your time to understand the different time frames, what it means, and how those time frames affect the decision you are going to make, you might end up making a cloudy and a flashy decision, which might end up affecting your trade at the end. Now, let's look at this same thing on the um 1 minute or 5 minute time frame. What do you see? Are they the same? Are they the same? Are they the same? Are they the same? Let me know in the chat. Are they the same? Hmm? These are your support and resistance, and are they the same? Let me know. Very good. Okay, very good. So what we are saying is this: when it comes to the use of time frames, it really helps the traders to understand the nature to which they may take direction, right? So right now that you have your support, this is your support. This happens to be your resistance, and having your um area here. Realize that if it happens you want to make a firm decision, you would rather have to see the chart on the higher time frame and observing it on the higher time frame, getting the clear picture of it. That is when you can go to the lower time frame to make entries. Especially making entries simply means there is an alignment or precision. So let me take another asset like BTC. Since this is gold, so let's take another asset like BTC or Ethereum. Oh. Mm, uh, okay, good. So let me get to our time frame. Good. Okay, so um, let's draw. Okay, then the next one. Okay, so you can just add more. Basically, both I don't like drawing plenty lines. At least two or three. It's okay. Mm? Two or three is it's okay. You can also consider. There are so many of these areas here which will be much needed. Okay. All right. Let's give two. Okay. Basically, three is enough. All right. So those who prefer to use the line, it's okay. It's okay to use the line as well. Those who prefer to use the line, it's okay. All right. Now, having the 4 hour time frame, we could trace back using the support and resistance and how price keeps respecting the various resistance area or the various support and resistance that we have, right? So we have these lines because we can clearly see that price keep ranging within these two within our support and then resistance. price has never disrespected these two areas, which is the support and then the resistance, right? So support and resistance is drawn to ensure, or is used by traders to ensure that if it happens that price goes beyond their intended areas, the zones, because looking at this particular chart as an example, you could clearly see that price has never disrespected except other instances. So this is the month of August, right? That was when the price broke below. But right after that, you could clearly see the price has been ranging within these two sides, which is the support and then resistance areas. So we can use the past data to predict the future events on how the price has respected the key zones. So now, what could be the next result? You get it? So that's the reason we said it's technical. In technical analysis, we uses the past data to predict the future events. Why? Because right now, if I want to know the next movement of the price, I could easily use this former chart to indicate how price respected the very key zones and how it broke below, how it went beyond, right? And I could easily predict what is going to happen next. Now, someone using, let's go to the 1 day time frame, in fact, or 1 month. Good. You see, someone using the monthly time frame would also see it in a different picture. So using the monthly time frame, in fact, let's get it here. This is all. This is 3 months, 3 months time frame, 3 months time frame. So it simply means this is 1 month. This is 3 months. 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 This is three. So just calculate, count all the number of candles you see here and multiply it by 3. Right? It simply means the last 3 months, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. Right? That is what we mean by time frame. So if someone is reading the charts, he may be able to use the past data, what happened within the past 3 months, to say that, okay, looking at so if you look at this particular candle, you can easily say this particular month and so is what happened. Wherefore, if it has repeated itself consistently, we could say then there is a probability that something can happen again. Right? So I've gone too far using 3 month time frame. Let's use a day time frame, a daily time frame. Now you could clearly see that on the daily time frame too, it's also respected the same support and what resistance, right? It's also respected the support and resistance. Well, so getting back to your 4 hour time frame, where is it? Getting back to the 4 hours time frame, what could help us most is we would be able to get the better picture of it. Hmm? We will be able to get the better picture of what has happened previously and what could do what could happen. The next thing is that if we want to make entries, we should also sometimes wait to expect what you call breakouts, right? We could also wait to expect what you call breakouts. Now, when we draw support and resistance, what makes it clear for us to make entries is especially when there are breakouts. So let me take my time to explain that. Now, if it happens that this price go below this, it drops below here, it goes below this support. The last time I told you resistance could be support and support could also be resistance. Over here, it simply there has been a breakout. Now there is what we call false breakout. And when we talk of false breakouts, that is when there is a weak candle, okay, or a weak volume. You may see that as a false breakout, which is not real. It is not intended to happen, right? So in the case of having a breakout, we may expect something like you stated about bullish short engulfing or bearish engulfing, right? So anytime we see a strong momentum candle which has got a breakout, that gives us the permission for us to make what our entries. So drawing support and resistance does not mean that once you've drawn the support and resistance, automatically enter. But you are waiting for price to react, right? You are waiting for price to react towards that zones, respond to it massively. And once price respond to it, that is when you could clearly say that, okay, since price has reacted to my zones, I can proceed to do what? Make entries. I don't know if you get it. I don't know if you get it. I don't know if you get it. Let me know. You get it. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Really sleep more than anything. I say no, sir. You don't get it, right? You don't get it. Okay. All right. Now, what we are saying is simple. The language we are explaining here, it's simple language. Okay. It's what? It's simple language. Now, this is just the 4 hour time frame. We've not shifted our attention anywhere. We've not shifted our attention anywhere. So looking at this particular this thing now, we could clearly see we drew only three lines. The price is still reacting and responding to just between the support and then the second resistance. Right? Good. And to which we could still draw more because there are still opportunities zones that we could clearly see that price reacted and we could draw lines between them, but it's okay. So looking at this, what we are saying is this. If it happens that we expect the price to move ahead or to move below, based on the lines or the support and the resistance line that you've drawn, you could wait for price to react. And when we say the price is reacting, either the price would break out on the resistance or on the support. So price could go up, and once price break out the resistance, you could clearly say that this place becomes your new support zone, and then this you have to get a new resistance or zone. In the same manner too, if price breaks below, right? But before price will break below, there should always you should always observe to see what you call momentum candles. So let's assume it breaks below this line, then a new one is formed here. Okay. Now, immediately you see this. This is telling you how price has reacted towards the zone and the new action the market is going to take. Right? Let's look at the previous ones. So now, if we look at this particular chart clearly, you could realize that on this particular day, after the price broke very deeply below the resistance, the support, this is our support zone, okay? The price reacted differently, right? it reacted differently, and from there, it was a little bullish as compared to bearish. And you could remember this day was the orchestrated day in the life of traders. Things were orchestrated to go against traders very well, right? So, what we are saying next is that if price could easily react within this, either by breaking out, either on the support or on the resistance, it gives traders more momentum to make entries. The next thing is that depending on the time frame that you are using. So the question on which time frame to use, I think I've been able to settle out that question. So either you may use the 4 hours time frame, 1 hour, 1 hour time frame, then also 15-minute time frame, or you may use 1 hour as your bigger picture, 30 minutes as a mid, and then also 15 minutes or 5 minutes. Let's use 5 minutes as your entry or precision um, price. So either you are using 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then also 5 minutes, you are not wrong. Someone too that is using 4 hours, 1 hour, and then also 15 minutes, you are not wrong. Do you get it? So if you ask of which time frame to use, these are the various areas where if you want to analyze the market using the key supports and the resistance areas, these are what you can do. Let me know if you get it. Let me know if you get it. If God permits, on our next session, we will look at um, channels and then also patterns. Channels and then patterns. How to draw channels and patterns. And the most important thing is for you to understand the time frames. Do you understand it now? Do you understand it now? Do you understand it now? Let me know. So let me see which question. Which candle breakout support shows weak? What's immediately trader do? When candle breakout support shows weak, what immediately traders do? Okay. All right. Now, let me add this to it before we end. Let me add this to it before we end. So, let me add this to it. Um, okay. Now, when it comes to resist support and resistance, we said the resistance is the ceiling zone. Simply means price couldn't continue further. Okay, price couldn't continue further. So basically, under normal circumstance, under normal circumstance, on a resistance, traders begins to do what? Short the asset or sell the assets. Why? Because that is the zone or the region at which buyers couldn't push the price further. But then, if the breakout comes in, it simply means there has been a new zone to which there is going to be a price continuation. So let me draw. Sorry. Let me draw this line simple here. Okay. 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 Now we have this here. Um. Okay. Okay. What else? Okay. So now looking at this particular chart as an example. Looking at this particular chart as an example, we have this here, right? So if it happens and this particular asset seal may deliver something small, by the time we leave here, something may happen. Now, what we are saying is that on the resistance, if it happens that price, you see, where is my okay? If it happens that price got to this zone and it couldn't continue further, that is, it couldn't break out, what buyers will do or what traders will do is they will start longing or they will start buying here because the next zone that you could see, price would go up. If price gets here, you see, look at this zone. When price get there and it gets rejected, the next thing you see is buyers will take over, right? Buyers will do what? Buyers will take over. So from this zone, then to this zone, right? Buyers got the price got rejected here and then it's broke below here again. Do you get it? So that is how the price moves. So at the end of the day, anytime if it happens that the price gets here and is stuck, buyers will take it up. If they get here and they couldn't also continue further, sellers will bring it down. It simply means on the support zone, traders may decide to buy the assets. Then on the resistance zone, when the price is rejected, they may decide to do what? Sell the assets. But if it happens that the price breaks above, it simply means there is going to be what we call price continuation. Continuation. So this zone become our new support zone. Then we need to get a new resistance zone where we will target our next take profits. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? So these two questions, let me handle them. Okay. All right. Now, okay, my question is how do we bring this line up prices to align to the right side of the trade we are analyzing? How do we bring these lined up prices to align to the right side of the trade we are analyzing? I don't know if I get you clear. When to make entry. When to make entry. Okay. The, um, so how do we bring these lined up prices to align to the right side of the trade we are analyzing? Let me see if I get you right. You are asking how do we get to know or trace these prices to predict what is going to happen in the future? If I'm right, I don't know if I'm right with the question you are asking. I don't know if I'm right with the question you are asking. Now, if that is what you are asking, initially when we started, I said something. You see, I was only focusing on this, but I said something that price respond to the various lines that we've drawn. And taking your time to trace back, you could realize how price within a period of time, how the previous prices reacted within your support and resistance zone, right? How price reacted within your support and resistance zone. So this is a typical example. You could clearly see how price reacted within this area, how price reacted, right? How it reacted before getting the clear picture of it. So at the end of the day, if you have this in mind, you could clearly see the zones. You see, these are the zones. So you could clearly see the different zones to which price keep reacting, where food or energy exists, and where the buyer's energy loses energy, where sellers take continue the price, and where buyers give up on the price. So this is a typical example of it, right? This is a typical example of it. This is a typical example of what of it. So this is what can tell you what could happen next, right? This is what can tell you what could happen next. So following this particular candle, that's the reason I said this. It's possible it could go. So following this particular candle here, you could see there is a probability. So I don't know, not because it is too specific, but we are dealing with probability. Hmm? Looking at what has happened here, what's happened, what could be the next figure? It's probably that it could go this. So the person asked of that, I guess your question has been answered. Now looking for entries, you've understood the big picture. And now that you've understood the bigger picture, next thing is you go times to see if there is appreciation or alignment. The fact that you are seeing everything clear on the higher time frame doesn't mean all. So we go to the 15-minute time frame. Good. To see if whatever we are discussing is so true, right? So what gives meaning of entry to trading is what is alignment, right? It's what is alignment. Now, this is just the 15-minute time frame. This is the 15-minute time frame. And you and I know, is it 15 minutes? Yeah, sorry. You and I know that whatever we are discussing on the 4 hours time frame, this is just a 15 minutes of it. 15 minutes. And it is 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 4. That gives us what? 4 hours, if I'm right. Hey, is that true? It is not even true. This plus this is going to give us 30 plus this, which is 1. So if you want 4 hours of 15 minutes, that is going to be this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 12 is going to be 2 hours. Mm, right? So 15 minutes, like that is 48. If I'm right, 48. That is going to give us 4 hours. Am I? Yes, I'm sure. So what we are saying is this: at the end of the day, looking at the bigger picture of the market, this is saying something less of it. So it's possible for you to wait. Look at it. Look at the number of durations left. That is 3 minutes. Then it simply means 15 minutes, 12 minutes has been read already. And the result of 12 minutes is what we are seeing here. Which simply means if we could clearly get things better, it is better we do what we wait for this candle to close. Then after waiting for the candle to close, the next candle would give us a better picture if it is aligning or not. And sometimes that is our major problem. We find it so difficult waiting for a candle to close. We end up messing everything around. Hope it's clear. Hope it hope it's clear. Is it clear? It's 24 instead. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. He said, I think he's talking about the lines. Okay, so how can he draw line? Which line is he talking about? Which are you talking about this line? Let me see. These two lines. Are you talking about these two lines? This. Are you talking about this? Let me know. Are you talking about this line? Hmm? Respond and let me know if that's what you're talking about. Oh, okay, 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 okay. So the lines we learned yesterday. Okay. Let me see. All right. So we've discussed about that previously. So the person asking, please, we said you just come here. If drawing it raw becomes so difficult, just come here. We have candles. Chart type. You have chart type here. Just come to chart type and click on this. When you come to chart type, candles are not the only tools that gives a visual meaning to the chart. Okay, candles are not the only tools. We have color candles. We have bars. We have volume candles. We have areas, and so on. Hiking Ashi, Renko, they are all there. So if you prefer using Renko, let's click on Renko to see. Yes, this is Renko. Good. This is Renko. So Renko gives you exactly how the price forms on what's on a chart as well, just like a candle. You get it? So if you are using Renko, that is it. Now, talking about the lines, let's change it. Let me go back and change it. Talking about the lines, you click here, you click on chart type, you click on line. Lines, okay? But let's keep changing. So click on lines. Good. So we said with the lines, I'm not getting back to this discussion again because you are moving to another thing. God permit next week. That's the reason I'm explaining this. I have to close by now. So when you have the lines here, the lines give you the exact visual art or visual meaning to just as the candles. So this area tells you the peak at which the price got rejected at the support zone. The price got rejected. Okay. So on the resistance, the price got rejected. So wherever you see inverted vein like this, that is the support zone where the price got supported. And wherever you see this is vein, this is inverted vein. So wherever you see it like this is the resistance. So this happens to be the support, this happens to be the resistance. So that is how it goes. That is how it goes, right? So you could use this line to draw your support and resistance, to draw your support and what your support and resistance. Then afterwards, you change it to candles, and you will see it will give you something meaningful, even better than maybe doing it raw. But then if you know how to do it raw, it is good. So I believe the person asking that this would help you. This will help you. I believe this will help you. This is okay. Hope it's okay. Okay, so how do you set the high, the price high and low in your trading view? Which one? Are you talking about this one? Let me see. I'm coming. Respond for me to know if you are talking about this. This. Are you talking about this? Let me see. Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Okay, so mm, come to settings. This is settings, okay? Just come to settings. This is settings. Tap on settings. When you tap on settings, you have scale price charts only, okay? And then um where is it? Let me click on more to see. Okay. So this is log price to bar ratio. Log price to bar ratio. So when you tap on, where is it? Okay, good. When you tap on this scale price chart only, I guess you see that. Let me tap on it to see if it goes off. Yes, it's even escaping me. So either it's label. Very good. So here is it. Come to label, okay? Come to labels. When you come to labels, you see you have highs and then lows. This is its highs and then lows. Then we have bid and ask. I was having, but I've turned it off. So when you turn on the bid and ask, you could see this is it. This is the bid. This is the ask. That is buyers, buy and then sell. The bid is for buy, the ask is for sell. Right? So it's very simple. Just click here, come to labels. When you click on labels, you turn on the you click on, if I turn it off now you can see it's gone, right? So that is it. So labels. All right, so I believe that is all for this morning. You've been able to understand the time frame communication, how it works, and how it can also impact your trading decision to make a well-informed decision in the market. Yes, we have Q&A session within the next few minutes or an hour. So let's go and prepare so you can get back. Hope everything is okay now. I guess you understand the session. Hope you learn something new. Did you learn something new? Let me know. Did you learn something new? Did you learn something new? All right. All right. Okay. Then I believe we can end here. If you've been able to learn something new, then I believe we will end here. If God permits, we will meet in the next session. Let me know if there is any announcements from other leaders. Kate, your hand is still up. Kate, your hand is up. Um, uh, you can ask your question. If you have any question to ask, you can ask.
Yes, my leader, good morning. Please, my question, what you replied wasn't what I asked. What I was asking, we normally have prices of coin at the right-hand side lined up. Do you understand? So in my own trading view, I'm not seeing that. What I'm seeing is lining up towards the left side. So I want to get the coins, the prices of the coin, I'm analyzing at the right side, the way it is in your own. If there is a way I can, I have already screenshot that I don't know how to forward it to the Zoom so that you'll be able to see my own page. So that is what I'm asking. Where do I click to bring the prices lined up at that right-hand side?
All right. Okay. So let me see. Yes, someone said we need more practice. Let's, if in the course of the day I'm free, reorganize a meeting. So I believe my screen is still visible. Now, come to move scale to left. Okay. So this is move scale to left. So let's click on it. So Kate, this is it. Can you see it? So if I tap on settings now and I come to move scale to, where is it? Move scale to right, automatically to come to right. So it's simple as that. Hmm? Hope you get it. All right, you're welcome. Okay, so guys, we'll end here. We shall meet in the next session. I wish you all the best. Try to practice whatever we've discussed. Let's keep learning and growing together. Together we shall make it. So please, let's meet in the next session. I wish you all the best and have a good day. Love you all. Bye.